What's up? It is Tuesday. Let's go through the market and see what's going on since yesterday. So it looks like yesterday was risk on, and we had gold rip, and cyclicals were leading. It seemed like it was carried by XLE alone. So another day of just cyclicals led by XLE. What's interesting is yesterday the 30-year Treasury yield hit 5.3%, so it was the highest since 2007. And if you look at TLT, it was down 0.8, so nominal. So nominal long yields are up. TIP was down just a touch, so real yields are up too. And then if you look at gold, gold was up right at 1% to new highs, essentially. So we got an energy bid yesterday as well. Crazy low volume too. Oh, that's a week. Let's see. Yeah, we got an energy bid yesterday going right into that March 30th high there. And we're looking at pre-market getting closer to that. So nominal equals real plus break even. TLT down alone does not really mean much. If I look at the TIP, I'm seeing that's down and really just hitting previous floor of August the 3rd. So we're seeing gold rising with real yields rising, which is the classic gold real yield inverse decoupling there. So we're seeing a term premium. Gold's bidding as fiat hedge essentially. And with XLE getting priced in, we're seeing energy. And I'm seeing energy across Twitter now. Everyone's talking about energy, which is interesting. So at this point, we still have gold. We're still watching to get into gold. Yesterday was high volume. I'm not going to try to chase it, but if we look at the 10-day on this, even the 10-day is over at 396. So I do still think we have room to run on this, but I'm not going to try to chase it. I'm really inferring the inflation from gold alone, and I really just skipped the TIP. And we're just continuing to watch it and see what goes on with it. If we look at pre-market, it's mixed. We have thin volume really across the board except for XLF. XLF is slipping there. It's pretty high volume. Possibly bouncing off, so we're forming a high of about 58.33, and that tracks with regionals. And regionals is really close to that January 2022 level, which is really interesting. And OIH, seeing high volume in pre-market, so just oil. So just everything's pricing in oil in this. If we go down, market reviews max, real rates are up, volatility's down, gold's on the multi-day with dollar pretty much flat or weak. XLF is still showing favored, which is interesting, and that the driver is rates on that. XLK is the risk, and XLE is oil. And we're seeing technology getting trimmed this morning. Interesting. Let's see. So CPI year over year tomorrow and FOMC meeting minutes tomorrow at 2. So everything's just kind of hanging out. We were watching SDCI commodity strategy, and it would have triggered a buy yesterday, probably based on the volume. Maybe not, but that's up 2.5 this morning. So we'll be watching that to see if we can put a 15-minute wait on that guy. Okay. Let's see. We had an interesting one as well. HD. HD's got earnings coming out tonight? No, this morning. Okay. Interesting. That's up 0.1, but this chart is such... This thing's been in markdown forever. Absolute ever. So this is really not a good chart to play with. At least I don't think so, but it's been marked down since November 24. So we'll see what happens here. We got a little line in the sand at 360. And if it fills on high volume, we'll be looking at it. Let's look at the trades and see what we got going on here. Looks like IHI flipped on us yesterday. Okay. Just low volume pressure, and it's pretty flat pre-market. IEFA. Okay, so we're seeing pretty big pullback pre-market. We do have a fill way below there. What's the volume on that? Kind of high. Okay, let's see here. A and F. Maybe stopped out on this. That's crazy. I was expecting a gap fill, but apparently it was at the bottom of that. We'll see what happens. It's still technically a higher high, higher low. So lower volume, up thrust. FSLY. Pre-market 26. This is a high volume. So I might just get out of this thing. No. You know what? I'm going to move this stop up to here. Because I don't like this. We're just not getting anywhere with this. Just a high volume pressure, and it's down pre-market. And just because I put a stop, or just because I put a target here, doesn't mean we can reach that. We're testing the May 5th level. So I'm going to put the stop in there. For some reason we gap down, we just get out and we can move on. Just because it's not getting to it doesn't mean we can't be responsive on that. Path is down pretty high. Okay, so we had a relatively high volume indecisive candle. And it's down considerably pre-market. BAC, we're just riding the XLF wave here. 64.10 on pre-market. So we had a high volume in that range, high volume up thrust. Go. Okay, lower volume. Dancing around lower volume here. Indecisive candle. EUFN. Just low volume floating around. Pre-market flat. Stop loss remains. IQLT. This thing likes to just move around pre-market. Higher volume up thrust. Has it touched the second price target here? So we'll see where that goes. E-pull. Low volume, up thrust, pre-market flat. And then man's back down. It's relatively higher volume here, right at our fill. But we have a tight stop there. So we'll see where that goes. Okay. Let's see here. Let's look at the runs this morning. Well, AEHR is always good for a massive move. Energy bed. This would be a good day to find some energy names with yesterday's XLF. Yeah, that's interesting. That's actually a really good setup because we have this level that's just been moved a lot. What is that? November 21 to March 2025. November 21, March 25 level. And then, where are we at? Yep, okay, that's a good one. SM at the 3639 level. We'll put this on the watch list from the leadership scan. Okay, what else we got? Johnson Controls. And we already have a watcher on this guy at this level. That's a good one. CVE, energy. We're just seeing energy across the board, testing previous highs from May, which makes sense because that's when that sector was up. So we're just seeing energy across the board here. Bull flag breakout. That's a good one. High volume. It's down pre-market though. Airbus. There it is. AAR core. What is this? Aerospace and defense. That is a massive high volume there. What is that? $2 million buy side on that. I can't really do math, but the normal volume is 392,000. That would be very interesting. So what is that? What's 3%? 154. Wow. Okay, this is going on the watch list as well. Putting it at that previous level. That's crazy. And it was all at the close too. That's really interesting. 3% of 154. We're going to have to figure that out. That's really good too. That's on the bull flag breakout. What's the historical levels on that? Okay, so we're just blue sky territory on that guy. That's interesting. I'll be watching that. High tide flag. Just more energy. Mining. Q's getting a bid. Power trend on GH. Healthcare. Okay. Not too bad. Not too bad. Okay. Let's see what's going on in the Borg. Overall, year to date, we're still crushing it. We ended up, I closed that RVMD position yesterday, 8.2%, which is pretty good. I'm glad to be out of that. I don't know what's going to happen, but we just have to hit the price target and move on. I did watch it intraday, so that was cool, but what was it, RVMD? Hit our, in SignalDeck, the price alert went off. It was above my price target. I moved to the 15-minute, set a watcher, and then now the next day I see some sellers pushed it in down. So I'm glad to get out of that. I'll try not to watch it in the morning and see where it goes. But yeah, I'm pretty good, pretty happy about that. So yeah, we got some watchers from this. I'm gonna move up my stop on FSLY, and I think we should be in a good spot. And then we're seeing some movement on IWP. So okay, think it's a good spot to stop. See you tomorrow.